Have you ever noticed how loud the world is becoming? Everyone is yelling. One side screams about freedom, the other about responsibility. One fights for tradition, the other for progress. Feminists shouting from one rooftop, hyper-masculine men yelling from another. And somewhere in between is you, just trying to figure out what's real. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Both sides are often wrong, and both are often right. The world isn't black and white. It never was. It's not a matter of yes or no, right or wrong, me or you. Real life, your life, lives in the gray area, in the space between extremes, the space where nuance exists, where contradiction doesn't mean confusion, it means truth. But our brains, they're lazy sometimes. They want certainty. They want quick answers. Is this good or bad? Is he the villain or the hero? Am I right or am I wrong? And when we don't get a simple answer, we panic. We cling to whichever extreme gives us a sense of identity, even if it hurts us. That's why people join movements they don't fully understand. That's why people defend opinions that don't even align with their real experience. Because extremes give the illusion of safety. But safety isn't always truth. Truth often lives in discomfort. You can believe in equality between men and women and still see that men and women are different in some ways. You can believe in individual freedom and still understand the need for rules. You can support strength without turning cold. You can be kind without being weak. We're constantly told we have to choose. But what if you don't? What if you don't have to pick a side? What if you could build your own? Not based on what's trending, not based on which side is louder, but based on what actually makes sense. That's where real peace lives. Not in the noise, but in the quiet understanding that most things in life are not either or. They're both. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine two people arguing over the color of a wall in front of them. One says, "It's blue." The other says, "No, it's red." They both get louder, more certain, more aggressive, until neither of them is listening anymore. But the wall is purple. They're both right, but also both wrong, because purple is blue and red combined. It's not a compromise, it's a new truth created through the combination. And you'll never see that if you only look with one eye closed. Take a moment and look at your life. Think of a conflict you're in, a person you disagree with, an idea that frustrates you. Ask yourself, what if there's more than one truth here? What if I've only been looking at half the picture? Maybe you're not supposed to choose between two extremes. Maybe your job is to learn how to hold both at once, the light and the shadow, the strong and the soft, the logic and the feeling. Think about colors. Black and white are just 2 points on the spectrum. But between them, there's gray, and past gray, there's every color you've ever seen. Every sunset, every forest, every ocean. You can't live a full life thinking in black and white. You'll miss the beauty. You'll miss the truth. So here's the message. Slow down. Let go of the pressure to always have a clear side. Allow complexity. Let yourself think deeply. Let yourself change your mind. Let yourself admit you don't know. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. Because at the end of the day, life isn't about being right. It's about being real. And being real is rarely simple. Now let me ask you something. What's one situation in your life where you realized the truth wasn't black or white, but somewhere in between? Drop it in the comments. Someone else might need to read it. If you've made it this far, then you already know. This isn't just another video. This isn't a quick dopamine hit. This is what it feels like to read a powerful book. except it speaks directly to your soul. And now you've got two choices. You can close this tab and go back to the noise, back to videos that numb you instead of wake you up. Or, if something in you stirred, if you felt truth in these words, if you know deep down that you were made for more, then this is your first step. Like the video if the message hit you, and hit subscribe, not for me, but for yourself. Because this isn't a channel for the average. It's for those who are done living asleep, for those who are ready to feel again, to grow, to reclaim who they really are. And maybe, just maybe, you're exactly who this message was meant for. So prove it, join us. And next time, it won't just be a video, it'll be another step home, to you. The third perspective, where the average drift away and the awakened rise.